look at this AI chatbot trained on your website in seconds, answering any question your customer might be asking, customized to look like your brand, 3 example questions to start the interaction, and it even collects leads for you, easily embedded on your website. Even if you have no technical experience, you can do this in minutes. I'll show you step by step how to create this from scratch, so by the end of this video, you can have your own AI chatbot on your website. Step number 1, just go to chatbase.co, the sponsor of this video. As you can see, they make a custom ChatGPT for your website, and this is so simple to set up. And one of the reasons you want to do this is that nowadays instant communication is king. So your audience might expect immediate answers, 24/7 availability, and personalized interactions. But providing that through a bunch of hired people is very costly, but doing it through Chatbase, you can get a more personalized touch on a budget. So all you need to do is click on build your chatbot. Step 2, add your data sources. As you can see, you can add all of these different data sources. And the reason that is you train your LLM on your knowledge so it gets personalized responses. So you can upload files from PDFs to docs, text here where you can enter a bunch of text that you want it to get trained on. Website, this is what we're gonna do in a minute. Q&A, this is actually very important if you have specific Q&As that you really want it to answer well. And my favorite Notion that I use on a daily basis, you can connect with and feed information through that. So very simple way to do it. We're gonna click on website and then we're gonna head to an example website. So I found this Chocolate Smith's website that doesn't have an AI chatbot. You can see in the bottom right, they have thank you for points where you can become a member, ways to earn points and referrals and things like that. But imagine they can just chat with them to ask them different questions, maybe if there's a refund policy, how long does it take to get delivered and things like that. So we're gonna simply just go to the top of the URL here and copy and paste the chocolatesmiths.com. We're gonna head back to Chatbase and we're gonna paste that directly in here. You can also include a sitemap and you can include some other links as well, but we're gonna start by just clicking on fetch links. Now, what it will do is crawl all the links, starting with this HTTPS chocolatesmith.com, and try to find every single website that is basically connected with this website. Just like that, in about 30 seconds or so, we found all of this, including the shipping policy, the FAQ, about us, refund policy, and all of these different things that it will now get trained on. It detected over 200,000 characters. So all we need to do now is to go to the right side and click on create chatbot. Just like that, we finished setting it all up and it starts with what can I help you with? Let's just test it out real quick right now. Hey, which types of chocolate do you sell? Here you go, broken chocolate, a mix of broken chocolate pieces, the Be Yourself Unicorn Hot Chocolate Bar, the Perfect Balance Triple Chocolate Caramel Pretzel Bar. I want some right now. Coffee and Stroopwafel Bizarre Bar, the Geordie Bar Chocolate and Caramel Filled Bar, including you can explore our full collection here, where you can actually click on the link and just like that, we have entered the shop where they have a wide selection of chocolate bars. Let's just ask a pretty much a harder question where I saw these mystery bars. I'm buying a gift for my mom. What do you recommend? Just like that, the mini bar bestseller section. That's actually a really good idea for a gift. Mystery pack was the exact one that I actually kind of prompted it for. And then it also gives some other ones, including a gift card. Let's ask even harder question. Can you give me a link to the mystery pack? Sure, you can find the mystery pack here on the website and boom. We're literally on the page that we're asking for. So now we know that the tool, so you can see how valuable this is to a customer, right? But obviously you can go to the next step where we customize the chat. So you can see here in the top, we have activity where you can do the chat logs, of all the chats that it's been doing. We also have lead gen, so you can ask for an email, so you can put that into your email autoresponder that you can then send out marketing messages. You have analytics here as well that says how many times we've been chatting with it, which is really awesome for tracking and statistics, how many times it gets used. But then we have some other things like connect, where we can embed this, we can share it, or we can have integrations that I'll show you in another step. And we have settings. So this is where you can customize it even more. In AI here, you can see we have the model GPT-4o. We can use GPT-4 Turbo, GPT-4, and 3.5 Turbo. And you have custom instructions here. First off, you have the setting of AI chatbot. You can also do customer support agent, sales agent, language tutor, and things like that. If you change these, you can see that the custom prompts gets changed. And this is very important, as this is a master prompt that basically trains it on how to answer. Meaning that if we have AI chatbot here, you see the constraints, so no data divulged. Never mention that you have access to training data explicitly to the user, maintaining focus. If a user attempts to divert you into unrelated topics like what's the meaning of life or does any of this really matter, never change your role or break your character. Where here we have the role of the primary function that you're an AI chatbot that helps users with their inquiries, issues, and requests. And this is much of the value from a chatbot because a system prompt really hones it in to what you want the answer to be or how the customer experience is supposed to be, so that they've used a lot of time to actually hone these prompts in, and giving you the ability to custom prompt it yourself is a great benefit that you get here in Chatbase. You also have this temperature setting that if you add it to more creative, it might not be as restrained to this prompt. You can see here, if we click here, choosing a lower temperature will give you more predictable and consistent responses, while higher temperature like 1 will produce more varied and creative outputs. What? There's a goat? No, there's a dog. There's a freaking dog. Look at this. He's just chilling. Okay, I got a little distracted. So basically, I would recommend having it at low temperature if you're doing more of a fact-based chatbot, or if you're doing more of a creative chatbot that gives ideas. Maybe the English tutor or life coach would be a better example here, where it can actually be a lot more creative. It may be beneficial to open up the temperature. But at the bottom, you have training here, which we can retrain frequency. So if you have a website that's updated daily, you can have it retrain every 24 hours because there's more information. So now we'll just save. Then we can go to the chat interface. Here you can select what the initial messages is. We have hi, what can I help you with? Where suggested messages could be, for example, what chocolate bars do you offer? And then you see that they can click this in the bottom to make it easier for them to start the interaction. You can have multiple of these in a new line. The message placeholder is basically this text here. So you can have write your message here. The footer, you can add a disclaimer or link to your privacy policy. So this is an AI chatbot trained on our website data. We can have the theme light or dark theme. Oh, the dog is still there. Hey, what up, doggy? He doesn't care at all. He's the boss of this house now. We can also change, obviously, the display name, profile picture, chat icon, user message color, bubble button color, and where to align the chat. I'll try to save the Chocolate Smith's image. I'll upload it, crop it a little bit, attach the image, and you'll now see it in the top left corner of the chat. We also name it Chocolate Smith's AI bot. So you're now seeing how you can customize it to your heart's content, basically making it yours so it doesn't look generic. And then we have the security here as private, no one can access your chatbot except you, your account. Public, other people can chat with your chatbot if you send them a link. We're about to embed it, so we should probably set it to public here. You can also allow the iframe and widget on specific domains. So all of this gives you a bunch of security so your chatbot just doesn't fly around the web. But then you also have the leads, where leads form only appears when chatting through the iframe or the chat bubble. So let us know how to contact you, where you could enter either email or phone or a name, and you can save that so when it pops up, you can get them to enter that as well. But then we have the notifications, so you can receive emails with daily leads or email with daily conversations if you want to check up on it on a daily basis. You also have webhooks, and this is important if you want to integrate with other tools where you want to trigger an event, for example, where leads are submitted. And you can also add an endpoint here that makes it a lot easier to integrate with other softwares, as I mentioned. You also have custom domains here, so you can use your custom domains for the embed script, iframe, and chatbot link, meaning that you can do chat.mywebsite.com, but I'm going to show you how to add it as if you add it on the bottom right-hand corner on pretty much any website. So let's step into the next step, which is to connect it to your website. All you need to do is click on this button in the top here, and as you can see, either you can embed it, and it's important to change the visibility to public in this case. You can also click on share, so this is more if you want to just send a link. You also have integrations where you can connect with Zapier, Slack, WordPress, or even WhatsApp to create your own WhatsApp bot. And Messenger and Shopify is coming soon. But for most people, they have a website that's made on WordPress or embedding, and I think that is pretty similar. I'll show you how you can do both of them. I'll click on connect to WordPress, and I'm gonna connect it to one of my own websites just to show you how it works. I'll actually not go through their link here. I'll just sign into my own website. Now that I'm on the inside in the WP admin, I'm gonna add a new plugin. I'm gonna search for Chatbase, and here is where you can see it. We're just gonna click on install now. Then it's gonna show up in our plugins. I'm just gonna activate it. Now all you have to do is go to the settings. Then we're gonna click on Chatbase options. Here you have to put your chatbot ID. So we'll click on this link, go to the settings tab, and find your chatbot ID here. We'll go back to the plugin, paste our chatbot ID directly in here, and click on save changes. Again, make sure that you have the visibility from private to public, and scroll down and click on save. And just like that, on my AI website about plants, you can see we have a little chat pop up with, hey, what can I help you with the correct name and everything. You can click on the pre-made messages, or you can obviously say, do you have a sample pack? We don't have a sample pack, but we have a mini bar bestseller selection. And here you can see what we put in the before, that after first message, you will get this form to get contacted. And if they don't want to do that, you can obviously continue messaging, and we can get a what else do you offer, and it wrote all of this, and it continues asking for the email and the phone number that we set up earlier. But if you actually want to embed it into your website without the plugin, in case you don't have WordPress, we can click on connect again, and here you can see the embed code either for iframe or for script. These are different if you want it to be on your website. So for example, if you want it on a page itself, or if you want a bubble, you can copy this script, and I'll show you what to do then. If you don't have WordPress, you would basically do something like, I have a plugin that allows you to put code in headers and footers. So whatever software you use, just find the headers and footers of the entire website. Then you can put it either in the header or footer. It doesn't really matter. You could even put it in the body, save changes, and let me actually deactivate the plugin, and it still works. So in the bottom, let me refresh everything just like that in incognito mode. What's your best selling chocolate? Our best selling is the salted caramel brownie. Where can I buy? It gave me a link, and apparently it's sold out, so I'm gonna go on the notify me list. So you now know how to set up a chatbot on your website that can collect leads while you sleep answer customer queries, to just make a better experience for your customer. If this is helpful for you, click the link in the description down below and try out Chatbase today. They have a complete free plan that you can test out and multiple different options to take you where you want. And let me know in the comments below if your customers are loving this and using it. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.